Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, a.k.a. Man of the People, because I'm your friend of the media. If you have any questions about this Carolina Panthers team, I'm your guy to get those questions answered for you. And if I don't know, then I'll go and get them and come back to you. So, got some bonus footage that you'll see right now on the screen, which is some practice footage. I know everybody likes to see these. Not able to give you the full length ones that we did during training camp, but nevertheless, a little action from today's training camp as the Carolina Panthers get ready to play on this field right here behind me at Bank of America Stadium. Their home season opener against the Los Angeles Chargers will be just days away. So we're going to go ahead and get you up to date with everything that's going on about this team. There I am. So, hey, excited. I'm getting really excited about this game for this Sunday. For number one, it's a home game, but also we get a full staff when we're here in Charlotte. On away games, we're half staff, but we have one additional person which will be helping us with our production, set up the lights, the audio, all that stuff. I know that sometimes in the past, and we'll still be relying on you guys. There may be some noise going on and we don't hear it. Well, now that we have that production person, that should be minimized and fixed quicker. So be sure to look out for that. So go ahead and set your notifications. Rashad from Panther Nation Podcast will be back for his third year, joining us on that pregame show. So a little sneak preview. So the new co-host, this Sunday's lineup will be myself, Brian Gallagher. He's our new co-host, as well as Rashad from Panther Nation Podcast. So looking forward to that. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and get you up to date with this Carolina Panthers team. At this point, we're going to update the injury report list for you guys because it is a little bit longer than it's been all week. And we're going to talk about it with you right now. So we have punter Johnny Hekker, who did not practice today. I don't feel like this is the right list. So sometimes things like this happen where I don't feel like I have the right list, and I'm going to get you the right list because that doesn't seem updated for you. There you go. That seems like a much better list because that's a longer list, which is what I knew it was, a longer list. All right, so punter Johnny Hekker, he is dealing with his back. He went from did not practicing to being limited in practice. Outside linebacker Jadeveon Clowney, who I saw in the locker room today. That's all I can say. But it was cool to see Jadeveon. I haven't seen a lot of these guys up close because I have been in training camp mode and I hadn't been in the locker room. So today was my first day to be in the locker room. I got video. Let's see. Spoke with Adam Thielen, spoke with J.C. Horn, and spoke with Lewis. I knew I was going to forget his name as I got on air. But so I got those three interviews that are going to be coming up. Won't be able to show you those today, but we'll make sure that we include those either in tomorrow's video or on Sunday pregame. But really good talking to those guys and being back in the locker room to get that report up for you. I thought you guys could see me. I'm messing up all kinds of ways. So let me do this so that I don't mess up. I'm sorry. Thought you guys were seeing me in that last clip, but nevertheless, you heard it. J.C. Horn, Adam Thielen, and an offensive lineman whose name I can continue to forget. You remember the name? Lewis? Was it Lewis? I think we might have talked to Lewis. So, and that's another good thing about having my production guy. He can kind of help me. You know, I can look off air. Maybe in the future we'll have him in the ear. We'll be really fancy here at Charlotte Vibe. But those interviews will be coming soon. But let's go ahead and finish looking at this list here for the injured people. Offensive tackle Robert Hunt, limited in practice today with his shoulder. Guard Damian Lewis, dealing with a groin. He was limited in practice as well. Offensive tackle Yosh Nijman with a tibia. He was upgraded to a full participant in practice. We also have tight end Tommy Trimble, limited in practice today. Running back Raheem Blackshear, he missed time today for personal reasons, so we don't know about that. And then we also have offensive tackle Taylor Moton, who had a rest day, and who, by the way, is supposed to invite me. He laughed at me to their weekly, I don't know if they're doing it this year. I'd assume that they still are. They do like a weekly steak cookout dinner thing. He tells me I'm invited, but he's yet to tell me the address to come to partake in it. But I'm waiting for it, Taylor. I'm waiting for it. Offensive tackle Taylor Moton with his normal vet day. And then inside linebacker Josie Jewell, dealing with the groin. He was limited in practice today. So we also had a chance to speak with a few of the coaches today. I'm just going to play a clip from offensive coordinator Brad Isaac, and then also Evero spoke with the media as well. So we're going to play Evero first. This Chargers team, coached by Harbaugh, is known to be a running kind of team, right? And we didn't get like blown away, but they did everything well. The Saints did on us last week to excel in the run, pass, all facets of the game. They really did a good job on the Panthers. But today the question was asked specifically about stopping the run of the Chargers, and Evero spoke on that. So let me go ahead and get that clip ready for you all. Let's see here. One second, and we're going to have this planned for you.
Yeah, it's both. And, I look back to last year against Atlanta, week 1, and it was the same story. We played better defensively, but, we did not play the run game well. And I felt like it was the same this week, or last week, I mean. And so at the end of the day, we got to get better. We got to coach better. We got to play better. We all understand that. And so.
What made Harbaugh such a good, or makes him?
All right, so there you have it. Evero was responding to being better at the run this week, and where does the improvement come from? Is it going to come from more? Was it a technique that was not being executed properly, or was it scheme? And there you hear him saying that it's a little bit of both that we need to get in order to be able to stop these guys. And also, I want to continue to point out this week, and I don't blame these guys. Again, they got their butts handed to them last week against the Saints, and you got to start trying to get a little competitive edge and get things back at least even as much as you can. And they're really particular about talking on things that will give some information to the Chargers that may help them prepare. Talking about any kind of scheme, player personnel, anything like that they could keep close to the chest. They're doing so. So Evero said some things like that today, like, I don't want to talk about that because I know they're watching. No point at the camera. But nevertheless, Brad Isaac, I don't know if I'm saying his name pretty well yet, he also spoke with the media, and I'm going to play a clip from Brad for you as well. So give me just a moment. I'm going to have that queued up.
Yeah, it's really important for us. You want to get all your best players touches early, so that's always our goal, and we're never going to stray away from that. And for us, it's just finding a variety of ways to get him the ball. He's a dynamic player, so you don't have to get pigeonholed into just leaving him in one spot and assuming the ball is going to go his way. We just find different ways to get that done.
So there you have it. There was Brad Isaac. Is it Isaac or Isaac? I'll get it right, I promise. But that was the offensive coordinator talking about getting Deontay Johnson the ball. I did have a chance to speak with Deontay. We won't have video of that, but we'll just continue to talk to Deontay. I was curious about before that game in Buffalo, how he scrambled to get open. Just how does he play that versus the choice routes that they may have, and if you're on the backside. And really just said that something that got instilled in him a lot when he was in Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger, kind of just continue to tell those receivers, hey, keep moving, I'm going to find you, keep moving. But nevertheless, I'm glad that Ben taught him that. I'm glad that he's no longer with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's with the Panthers, and we'll see him in action this Sunday back home here again at Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. So that is all the latest news for this Carolina Panthers team. I see some of our members joined in and some questions that came through. So we got a few minutes. I'm going to go and try to entertain you guys and answer some of these questions. So if you're not a member, I invite you to do so. We're independent media, 100% supported by you guys. So anytime there's an opportunity to support us, please consider doing so. There's a link in the description for those that may want to become a member, get more access to me. There's more videos that we do. I hope you consider. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get to this first question here. My man Shaked, hi Chris, I saw that Evero said he was proud of the defense. It's so upsetting that instead of telling the media that the fans we should have played better, it's totally unacceptable how we play. Now, you got to take the full scope, Shaked, of what he said there. He would say he's proud that the guys would finish. I don't remember the exact clip that you're talking about, but I know that I heard him say things about unacceptable and things that they got to do better. So, unless your guys quit, your coach is not going to come out and say these guys are the worst. They'll be critical, but they're always going to say that they love their guys, they want their guys, because they need them to continue to fight for them. So he has been critical of the defense and talked about the things that they need to get better at, and not just said, I'm proud of the defense, we did great. That wasn't that. Just, I feel like he cheated there and just took a snippet of what he said. But I always appreciate you commenting and coming on to the show, Shaked. Diesel Gaming, I don't care what anybody says. I'm a Panthers faithful. I say we stick with Young and Dave and slowly build. You don't do a rebuild and expect to win your first 5 games. We should lose most of our games, says Diesel Gaming. So this is definitely going to be a topic that we talk about more on Sunday, our pregame show, 11 a.m. Myself, Brian, and Rashad. The whole coach thing and Bryce. So coach, obviously you're going to give him some more grace, right? First year as a coach, first game as a coach, you're not going to get that guy out there. And you shouldn't be thinking, you should be disappointed, you should be mad. Any of those feelings are valid, but in terms of saying what should be next and it should be him getting out of here, that's not it. Got to give him time to adjust and develop. And in terms of Bryce, he's further along, right? Bryce is now in the beginning of his 2nd year. Now, it's still too early after 1 game to make any major changes, but in terms of your feelings about being concerned, saying that there needs to be some improvements in the areas that there need to be improvement, absolutely 100% for me. Maybe after game 4, you start to tilt the needle towards where you're feeling about Bryce's success or lack thereof here in Carolina. And then certainly by week 8, you're going to start to have some strong opinions. But right now, you got to give everybody on this team, everybody in this organization, time to adjust. Whether you're in the football, whether you're in the corporate America, whatever. You go out there, you try something. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. Actually, this is really random, right? Everybody probably knows about the Savannah Banana. I forget what that minor league baseball team is with the Bananas or something. I saw a clip the other day where they talk about everything that they did the first time, it failed, but you learn from it, and then you grow from it. So, yeah, you allow that. But Diesel Gaming, appreciate your interacting. Consider becoming a member, and if at the least just like the channel. It helps other Carolina Panthers fans find out about us. Hey, we got about 2 more minutes left, so I'm going to try to squeeze in 1 more question from y'all, and then we got to wrap it on up. What's up, Digit BR? What's up? Appreciate you checking in and saying hello. Let's see. All right, here we go. Last but not least, from Shannon Tyler. Hey, Chris, I think the starters not playing in the preseason enough played a major part in everyone looking confused and really disconnected the entire game. So here's a possible positive from that, right? I certainly wanted the guys to play in the preseason. Let me do my typical drink of water. Soon I have Brian on here and I can just step off to the side, but right now it's just me. But let's say the guys not playing in the preseason was a big thing. And now we've had our preseason game, so to say, getting our butts kicked out there in New Orleans. Well, if that was a big issue, that we didn't have that, and now we've unofficially had it, well, then that should mean that this week here in Charlotte that we should see a lot better results, right? If we're saying, well, they should have practiced, well, okay, now we just got it in. So we should see something better. That's one way you could look at it, right? Because there's 16 more games to go. Preseason reps would have gave these guys some continuity, some time to make some adjustments, some things. Now they've had it, so we should see some improvement. Appreciate it very much, Shannon Tyler. That is it. We got to get out of here. Appreciate you watching. I'm Chris Jenkins, live in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium, the Charlotte Vibe.